It's so funny. I'm recording this again. I just did this, and apparently I had some settings off in my Rodecaster, and it didn't record a blessed bit of audio. So let's do this again. Greetings, Dave here. DCPFX. Yeah, I got the glasses on because I got to do a lot of stuff here. So, I don't normally do my videos with my glasses on, but I'm going to for this one. Also, I took out my braces. I'm on week 2 of in my Invisalign, and I sounded terrible. Because it's hard to get used to. I want to talk about this print. So this is my Omni. It's just got the lid off. And this is a combination of FDM print and resin print because certain things I need. So the details on here on the globe are just not there if I did it in FDM. So I can't really see it because of, well, it's white, but it's not as good as it is for here. Now this will be finished up soon, so you'll be able to see the exact quality of this, but it's phenomenal. So what I want to talk about is, well, the file that I got, and this is a file that I downloaded, and the guy doesn't know me anything. He just put it for free, and I appreciate it. It's something I've always wanted, so I'm very happy that he has made this available. But the thing is, certain things he did and the way he packaged it up, didn't quite work for me because I'm doing a combination of FDM and resin. Let me show you a program I use to make life a lot easier. It's called Meshmixer. So here we are in Meshmixer. Now this is the file. This was what he called lens. So what it is 3 pieces, and they're probably all meant to be done in resin. So this piece here goes over the readout of the century and the year and the month and the day. And this piece here, this is the green and red light. And this piece at the back here, I assume, is for holding LEDs. It looks like this is meant to go in there. So you do put LEDs in. If you want to wire this up for lights, and I don't want to do that. This is going to be a static prop. I don't need to have lights in this at all. Now, if I wanted to print this, I'm stuck with it like this, because that is how the file is. So I'm using this program called Meshmixer. It's from Autodesk. And now I don't want this. And I want also the ability to move this around and move this around. So how do I do that? Well, take the select, and I'm just going to click around this piece to select just this piece. Now that's the only piece that's selected. So I could copy that, I could paste it. I could also go to discard. I got to hit X on my keyboard, but just discard, and it's gone. So now I just have these 2 pieces. Now I'm going to work on the LEDs parts right now, so I don't need the lens. So I'm going to select, and I'm just going to select that. So now I can then again discard that. So now I can take this file here, export it just out as the file I need. I don't need all the other pieces. So let me just hop back up and show you what I'm talking about. So with those pieces, if they were the way that they were in the file and I wasn't able to move them around, I'd have to print them the way I would have to print them, and they would come out kind of squirrely. So here is, the LED holder. And because of the way the file wasn't terribly well supported, this one's kind of ugly. So I was able to take this piece and lay it flat on the bed, and I printed a couple of them. Now, I've said this before, because it is just sort of a nature of the beast. FDM printing is additive. So, well, they're all additive because it's 3D printing. But what it means is if you have one piece and it's an hour, if you do 2 of them, it's 2 hours. Because you've got a head that goes across everything. If you doubled up, you got to do twice as much. Resin printing is what's on the bed. I can expose this part of it, or this part of it, or all of it, and everything, and it takes the same amount of time. So I did 3 of these. I don't have a third hand, so I'm only showing you 2. I did 3 of these, and then 3 of the little piece that goes in here that goes on here.
There is nothing for me to resume.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Amazon. So that goes on here like that. So it shows you, it gives you that readout of where you're at. So I printed several of them because I'm having some problems with supports. It's just not working out well. I think my resin's a little bit old, but it works well enough. I print them flat on the bed. So even, you know, these rings, which these are the date and year and century and all that stuff, they'll print it really well just by putting flat on the bed. Now these ones are a little bit curved. I use old resin. So I used newer resin and I got better ones today. So you can see that there. Oh, maybe not really well. This needs to be painted gold. You can be able to see it much better when I do that. Plus, you do a top down rather than have, I got a lot of lights on me right now. So if you have something you've downloaded, and like I say, this guy owes me nothing. He put it for free. So I'm not going to give him the gears about this. So he could have separated them out into separate pieces so that it makes it easier. Doesn't matter because I can take the file I need, I can select all those and get rid of what I don't want, and I then export it as an STL. I've got it in my slicer, I can do what I need to do. When I first started 3D printing, I thought, you know what, I'm a printing guy, I'm gonna make things, let's make some green lantern rings. So let's make lantern rings. At this point we have all the lanterns. There's a file someone made who has all the rings. Well, I don't need all the rings, I want one at a time. Because when I first started doing it, I was doing it in colored resin. So if it's pink, pink, yellow, yellow, orange, orange. And then it got harder because as you add things to resin, it changes the cure times and throws them off. Like when it got to black, forget it, I'm not going to bother. It said, you know, never mind, I'll paint it in white, or I'll print it in white and I'll paint it, which I haven't finished yet. I need to finish those. Anyway, I was able to go into this file. Okay, get rid of everything. Blue, export as blue. Reload the file. Get rid of everything but orange, export as orange. And I could just do all that and had all the files and give me that one, give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And it worked out really, really well. And yeah, so happy with that. So that is if you're face that yourself. Meshmixer is great and it's free. It's free, you know, just go and download it. It's available from Autodesk. It's available for Mac, obviously because I'm a Mac guy. Available for Windows. I don't know about Linux or anything else, but you know, Mac and Windows are most of them. So if you're starting out 3D printing and you're having some issues with things not working quite correctly by getting them all sliced up, this is a great little tool you can use to get everything going the way you want it going. As I told you, as I'm wrapping these things up, I want to just have a quick shout out to my friend Mike Bergeron. Has started up a new channel, MGG. Anyway, the link will be right here in the description. I've known Mike for 10 years, and he just started getting on to YouTube by doing classic games. He talks about classic and television games and all these classic things, you know, from my childhood, you know, 30, 40 years ago. The reason I'm talking about that is he contacted me last week and said, I have this new controller. It's done this way. It's 3D printed. I have some ideas for some changes. I see you doing designs and engineering stuff. Can you help me out? So I'm working on that. So he gave me a shout out. So I'm giving him a reverse shout out. So if you're into you know, cool games or into retro games, check him out. You know, if you're feeling generous, give him a sub. You'll let him know what he's doing is good, and you know, let's help him grow his channel as much as you've helped me grow this channel. So that is, I really got to learn to turn everything off. I get all these weird noises on my computer. I really should turn everything off before we go anywhere. Like that, I just got an email, and then I think that was a YouTube, Facebook, something. So anyway, there you go. Maybe you didn't even hear it. Maybe I'm talking about nothing. So that is today's video. Everyone have a great day. Talk to you all